Okay. So tell me, Corey. Corey. Wait.
Oh
so
my
tell me,
God.
I was looking at
It's a hate crime. Looking at what? My
Someone's on
hairline?
drag. No.
Mine's laid.
Okay. Hey, don't get defensive. Welcome back to The Pit Stop, the only official recap show for RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star Season 11. I am your host, Bianca Del Rio, and today we are joined by a pretty bitch who knows a thing or two about being an all-star herself. Making her Pit Stop debut, please welcome Kerri Colby.
Ooh, I'm so happy you're popping my pit stop cherry.
I tell you, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. I mean, it wasn't the airport, because we did get stranded at the airport once.
We bonded so severely over there.
We did. We even
Great
shared a phone
bathroom times.
charger.
We did.
How have you been?
So good. I've never seen you in drag. I've always seen you, as
yes, because I've seen you out at night and I've seen you after drag con.
And you weren't working.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I know. Take a minute. Take it all in.
Baby.
Take in the glamour.
She's even more scary in person.
We haven't started the episode. So rude. I hate you and your mother. She was here recently.
Yes.
Did your mother give you any advice, Sasha Colby? Did she tell you? Did she warn you about me?
She told me to wear latex, tits out, and be so.
Okay.
We're kind of twinning.
I appreciate that. That's great advice.
A little something to grab.
Yeah. I don't think I would have a though.
Well.
I mean, I'm not like, I think I'm more like snatch.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's like a vagina with teeth. Yeah. Oh. Speaking of teeth, now let me ask you this: when you watch Jaws, okay, and you see people out in the water,
right?
Okay, and they're like swimming and they're having a good old time, but they don't get out of the water because the shark is coming. Do they not hear the music?
No, I think it's like not ingrained in them.
I mean, like if you're in the water and you hear,
I do, but like that's just people of color. We don't really deep water like that.
There you go. Glad to think about that. All right. Glad to hear your input. Now, this is your first time doing Pit Stop. Yes. How is that even possible? Because you've been on Drag Race 42 times, right?
I know, almost as many times as Ginger Minj.
Oh, don't talk about my Puerto Rican sister. So tell me. How is this possible? This is your first time doing it.
I don't know. I think being in LA, I'm always around. That I think people just assumed I've already done it, but here I am.
And here you are.
I'm glad it's you, though.
Why is that?
Because, I just feel like we have a very, evil, demonic camaraderie that I probably wouldn't have with
we
the others.
shared a phone charger at LaGuardia.
And
Calm the down.
Plugged up, that's just what
you're
happened.
trying to form an alliance. Get out of here. All you kids. She's my sister. I got her back. Of course you've got my back, because nobody wants my front.
I need an alliance that finally works.
Came to the wrong place, bitch. So what are your thoughts on Joey taking your wild card spot? I mean, do you have any advice for her, or do you have any feelings of how this went down?
I'm really happy that she got the wild card. I think
let's
she
take a
deserved
minute.
it.
You're lying.
No, I am.
You're not happy for no one.
I'm just a little bit confused. I'm confused, Bianca.
Talk to me.
Because, I wanted an opportunity to come back and, fairly compete. I got brought back to do 10 minutes of great TV and go.
Yeah. Well, the rules change. That's the one thing I always
do.
try to explain to everybody about Drag Race. There is no set rules.
Nope.
Anything can possibly happen.
Yep.
Well, how do you feel about Joey being here? I mean, now that she's got wigs and all.
I was just gonna say, I'm glad I see, hairlines and wigs on her. That's nice. That's fun.
How do you feel about the proportion of the wigs?
Some of them are great.
I like you.
Yeah.
I like you.
I'm honest.
They're a little tiny for my taste.
Sometimes they're a little flat. You had mentioned something about flat hair on someone who's born male.
Well, no, I think anybody with flat hair looks like a male. That's what I think.
Except me, Bianca!
No, you don't. I'm saying that the trick is when you get in drag and you have a man face. You've got to build up to kind of soften the madness of it.
A little
Because there's nothing worse than when you see a person that is a large male.
Oh.
You know what I mean? With a flat wig. It makes you look
males.
even boxy. Let me just stop all this because I'm pussyfooting around. Please go to episode 1 of this season, Bob the Drag Queen. I gotta say, you painted the set better than your face. That gold outfit, that wig.
You remember it.
Girl, who could forget it? Who could forget it? She was a pot of gold sitting there.
Wow, she was.
She was. Let's take a moment for that look.
Moment of silence.
All right, Kerri, let's get into the episode. The queens are back in the workroom after Crystal's win, and Akira is having none of it, bitch. You saw her old sourpuss ass just All of a sudden, she's inherited Kennedy Davenport's attitude, like,
I was just thinking
seriously.
that.
Now, do you think that she's in a pissed off mood because this has more to do with Silky and their past drama?
I think it's a lot of things happening at once. That's part of it.
Yeah.
But it also seemed like they were really giving up so much more energy about that they're upset and sad that Kennedy was gone and not that she, did
Prevailed.
the big thing and
Yeah.
beat her and that she deserved to be in the competition. I think she was wanting to be built up and she didn't get that.
It's interesting because I speculated about what actually happened between Silky and Akira. Do you know what happened?
I've heard a thing or two.
Okay, listen. We don't care what it is. Tell us, because we're trying to figure this out.
Well, I heard they were on a yacht together.
Uh-huh.
And you know how it goes when girls yacht together. Yeah.
Hello?
You know.
Hello?
And I think that the trade wasn't liking the session.
I think I remember this story.
Yeah.
Was this the 6 lumberjack men that were out in Canada?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then they were multiplying.
Right.
And I don't do that.
No, but that one guy was the heir to Jiffy Peanut Butter, correct?
Correct. And that's who bought the yacht.
With the peanut farm.
And that's where they started getting into it together. And I just don't think they ever recovered from that since.
Well, I don't want to spread rumors, so I'm sure this
Right.
is going to be edited out.
I'm
Now,
a woman of the Lord.
It makes such sense for me. Now, Kerri, I've got to ask you, you know a thing or two about getting over with MVQ points. What should the strategy be for these girls? How would you play it now?
You have to have a strategy. That's why I couldn't stay too mad because there has to be some strategy. Someone's gonna get over. I just didn't want to be the bitch that got
Sure.
I don't know. I feel like work with your friends, or at least if you say that you're basing something off of a region or a season or whatever,
An alliance, you
keep
mean?
up to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
like my alliance was allegedly based on us all being from Texas, and then when it came down to it, I guess they thought I was from Mississippi.
So you were the cousin state.
Must have been.
And that's how they did you dirty.
yeah,
You can't trust people in Texas. They don't even know how to vote.
they don't.
Speaking of MVQ points, because your mother, Sasha Colby, kept it cute, is there anything that you want to say to Mistress?
I'll just say that, I hope that she has the life and career she deserves. And,
The life and career she deserves.
technically that's a good thing. It's a compliment.
Sure. I am buying it. All right, here we go, Kerri. Well, Ru shows up to announce this week's mini challenge. It's a soap party lip sync challenge where the queens have to perform while getting hosed down by the pit crew.
That was interesting.
Are you jealous by this?
No.
No, you don't do well with soap in an audience.
No, not in my face.
Okay.
And then in my holes, and then in my,
Orifices?
Yeah. Sam Starr talked about, that was her first shower of the day, so I guess the girls needed it.
And that's something we don't need. Seeing these girls working in a car wash, do you think that's their future?
For some of them, possibly.
Got it.
It might have been a better choice to have done that instead. I think not enough girls focus on the uniqueness in. Can we say?
Yeah, go ahead.
I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, the charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. I think the uniqueness gets skipped, and then that's what takes them to the car wash.
All right, now Ru has made her decision, and Sam Starr wins the mini challenge, along with the cash tip of $2,500. I gotta say, I have been enjoying Sam this season.
She's been good. I really like that she's brought something new from her just so recent last season.
It's called youth.
Well, yeah.
Look at all these old and that's coming from me. Now, I'm usually, and I'm gonna be honest with you, usually when they say, oh, I'm young, whatever, I'm like, And then she's like, I'm friends with Trinity Taylor. I'm like,
Yes.
I'm from the South. I look like a Republican. But she actually is not a Republican.
No.
She's actually quite lovely. She's very talented.
Very
and
sweet.
On occasion, she'll have a polished look.
She does.
I mean, they're not
She loves a
all-
good star.
Yeah.
I have to say about Sam Starr, my favorite thing about her is her face.
Gorgeous face.
I love that mug.
And what's interesting is that a lot of people have said we look alike. And I go,
Yeah,
do you see it?
I don't know. I don't see. I can't. I'm blind. Hello. Where? Oh my God, Sam Starr!
You didn't get the memo just to play along with my delusion while you're here? All right, Kerri, moving on. Ru announces that this week's Maxi Challenge, it's the Tournament of All-Stars Talent Rumble Rate a Queen Edition. Whose talent performance are you most excited to see?
I am gonna root for Jasmine, just because she is my season 14 sister, and I know that she's able to twirl.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Well, she has spoken very highly of herself.
She does that.
A lot of this season, and I really haven't seen much to back it up. So I'm excited to see her performance, which is a lie. I already saw it, but we're talking about it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what she's going to do and actually get to deliver. You know, because the way that things are playing out, it's very different each episode, and I'm not necessarily sure of what they're bringing.
I don't feel like one person has the whole thing in the bag.
I agree.
don't.
I agree. Now, the queens start chatting about their talent show numbers, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about Akira using puppets. Now, she brought 2 puppets with her that were not dressed. It's nothing worse than useless puppets that ain't ready to do the show. Do you think she's like gonna pull out the good or do you think that she's made the bad choice by bringing 2 other useless bitches with her? See, I never pull 2 bitches out of a bag. I've been known to put them in a bag. Shut the up.
That's what you did to Gia on season 6.
Oh.
Love you, Gia. I am a little concerned, but I do believe that she is a crafty queen. So I feel like if anyone could,
it would be her.
Take this and make it something, it would be her. But I was just confused by the puppets. I was thinking like, you know, the little ones that
hand
they do in
puppets.
the Yeah.
That
was not a hand puppet.
This is like
that was giving
a lot.
You know, American Horror Story.
Well, it also kind of looked like 2 dead people in traction.
Yeah. Doing the Supremes.
Yeah. Loosely based on the Supremes. Loosely based on Dream Girls.
Yeah.
I'm your dream girl. Can we say that? We have licensing. Now, Crystal's doing a number about global warming.
Is that what that was about?
Apparently. So tell me, what do you know about global warming?
Well, I know it's real. And I know the Earth is round. And I know if we're not careful, we're gonna have a lot less land and a lot more water. The end.
I'm buying it.
So don't do that, everybody. Fix it.
Make more land.
Somebody fix it.
I'm in agreement. Now, what do you think of Jasmine's comment about burlesque being tired?
Well, I just feel like Miss Mouth Almighty is gonna have something to say
She really
about everything.
does. She's got a lot to say about everything.
Unless it's her talent.
Okay, but
know?
let's be real. First of all,
Yes.
all right, maybe I'm being a little hard on her because she basically got to the finals by getting everybody's MVQ points out of sympathy, and she loves to cry. And if you know anything about me, I hate a bitch that cries.
I feel like she reminds you of somebody.
Who?
Laganja! Come on out!
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I've said it before, but during our season, yes, I struggled with that behavior. But we're great now. You know,
She's a great person.
She's wonderful.
But like competing with, I feel like Jasmine is just showing kind of that, I guess, pick me, but also good because she's picking herself first. That's what it takes to win a competition.
And to be fair, she did get the points from everyone else. So maybe they see a side of her that I'm just not seeing yet.
Well, stay tuned. We're 1 episode left.
Aren't we? So the queens start rehearsals with the dancers, and I gotta be honest, I have no idea what Crystal's doing. I don't know how it's connected to global warming, but I'm gonna tune in and watch. But after seeing everybody's rehearsal, whose rehearsal do you think is the most impressive? Are you good in rehearsal?
I can be.
I'm horrible.
It takes me a lot of them.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I have to like learn something and then I just keep doing it overnight all the time at like the hotel room and all that, and then it's
But do you do better like rehearsing it alone, or do you do better rehearsing it in front of a group of people?
I prefer to be in front of a mirror.
Oh.
I don't really know if I like other people in the room because I have to like get all of my like weird, ugly stuff out and then find what works.
Okay. I get it. Yeah, I guess it's a lot like sex, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that I don't like 4 people. I like 2,500.
And I've heard that about you.
I love a group. Now, do you think Sam is trying to strategically get Dawn all wrapped up in her head?
I think that Sam is a junior strategist. And I think that she is definitely seeing that Dawn's strong suit may not be rehearsing. So I do think it's a competition. So she is leaning into that.
And if you were in this position, let's say it's you and I, would you be supportive to whatever I was choosing to do?
I don't think that there's even a way to not be supportive of a Bianca Del Rio.
How wonderfully nice that is.
When you're one of the best, it's just what it is.
I'm so glad you read that email.
I did.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
My team did.
I mean, sometimes getting a compliment out of you is so difficult. Been fishing for the past hour.
So speaking of like Sam Starr's strategy and everything, I did notice that her shirt said, "I am the drama." She really like leaned into that.
She owns it.
She owns it.
I gotta say, she's been lovely this season, and she's been just the right amount of nasty. She's been playing with the queens, and I really didn't expect that from such a young performer.
Right.
So I've enjoyed her. I love a little catty bitch.
I do too. I enjoy her humor because it's like she treads lightly, but she lands her punches.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Now back on the main stage, Ru is joined by Michelle Visage, T.S. Madison, and extra special guest judge, Cooper Koch.
Oof.
Girl.
Honey.
Girl, let's just take a minute for Mr. Cooper.
The brothers of it all.
Not mad at it. Yeah, he was in that show with the Mario brothers.
The Mario brothers.
No, the
Einstein brothers.
Isley brothers.
Isley brothers?
Jonas.
The Oh, yes.
Yes, Ryan Murphy did it.
I love a good
is it
Jonas
not?
brother.
What is it?
That was what was going
No,
on.
no. The Wright brothers. The Wright brothers.
They were the right ones.
Did you
Not
watch
the wrong
it?
ones. Of course I
It was
did.
a fascinating show. So basically, for those of you who don't know, the Wright brothers actually were the first people to invent the airplane.
Yeah.
And then they drove the airplane over their parents and killed them.
Ryan Murphy did such a good job with that.
Fascinating.
He really
Fascinating. What's disturbing, I had a hard time watching it because I actually auditioned for the airplane.
Oh, for the airplane.
Didn't get the
I
call.
auditioned for the propeller, but
Yeah, I didn't have the wingspan.
I was too young.
Well, it is time for a show. And first up in the Tournament of All-Stars Talent Rumble is Sam Starr with this slutty schoolgirl number. What are your thoughts on Sam Starr giving you early Britney in a short school skirt?
I enjoy it. I think Sam's leaning into her strengths for sure. Everything's really clean. She's confident. It's the first one up, but I would say I definitely put her in like a high middle.
Yeah.
Like I need to see what else we're getting, but that's definitely like high middle for me.
I think it is a high bar by Drag Race standards by performance. You know, we've seen this type of performance before.
And her stunts are so clean with the dancers.
She did great.
Everything's very...
Yep, she's not shaky, she's delivering, she's got rhythm.
And she's very believable.
That she is. She is.
I would believe she's a cisgender woman.
Okay.
Well,
Is
almost.
your eyesight worse than mine?
Maybe. It's the contacts.
Got it. Good job, Sam Starr. Good job.
She ate that. And she ended it with that star, honey.
That's fierce.
It's usually star booty, but she said take it to the front.
Take it to the front. Take it to the front. I used to know this woman that was my school teacher in 3rd grade. And she had a pronounced belly and a flat ass. And we used to call her Twisty, because if she's twisted it around,
You just couldn't tell what you were looking
she
at.
would have a flat front and a big booty.
You know, in the South, they call that a booty do.
Really?
Yeah, because...
When you flip it.
Well, it's like her stomach sticks out more than her booty do. Did I make Bianca laugh?
I've never heard of booty do.
Really?
I mean,
Booty
I've heard
do.
of do from a booty, but I haven't heard of booty.
Yeah, she got the booty do. Miss Booty
I'm in
do.
love with this.
Her stomach stick out more than her booty do.
This is brilliant.
Yes.
Okay, booty do it is.
I did a funny.
That was good. I mean, you should be proud of yourself. I mean, not for losing Drag Race, but that was really good. Now, next up, it's Joey J with this homosexual tango. Thoughts? Wait, before you even give your thoughts.
Okay.
I don't like the wig with the outfit. Other than that, I think she looks good.
I feel like she rehearsed so much stronger dancing
than the performance.
Than the performing. Because when
Yeah.
I saw her rehearsing, I was like, oh, she's
wow.
gonna eat it.
Yeah.
It really was giving Dancing with the Stars. And when I was watching it, I was like,
Oh, wow, she ate the platform.
It just seemed like something changed.
Yeah, she didn't seem as comfortable. Was it the shoes? I'm not sure.
She was wearing the shoes.
She was wearing the shoes.
Yeah.
Maybe her nerves got the best of her.
Maybe it was the hair matching, but that slide across the floor was sickening.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Oh, I bet you have.
I gotta say, I didn't know much about Joey J before, except she was homosexual and didn't wear wigs. But this, I thought it was a good attempt. So
Right.
I think it's an 8 for me.
I will put it under Sam's
Got it.
comments, for sure.
Got it. All right, next, it's Jasmine Kennedy giving Navarro cheer realness. What are your thoughts on your
Yes.
sister?
She better bring it on.
I was
love
living.
her.
I was
She's
living.
so good. I mean, you can tell this is her strong suit. She's in her element. I love seeing a girl do a back tuck and a back flip and a back handspring. She just looks so good. She looks very, very fresh, very happy. Like, you can just tell that she's getting all her life. I will say,
Yes.
do you feel like she's like living up to the talent that you were hoping to or not to see?
Yes, she said she was gonna do cheer. This is cheer.
I will give her a step above Sam Starr.
Oh, okay, so she's front runner now.
I would say I'm gonna put her as front runner.
Dawn is up next with her elf ear PSA. What did you think of this spectacle Dawn was given?
I enjoyed this because this is giving me the uniqueness I'm craving. I haven't seen someone do this type of an intro Cirque du Soleil type vibe with a Drag Race talent show. I liked all the bird cage and the reveals and stuff. And I think with her giving like the funny, campy energy, I like that she leaned into making it funny in her audio. Like the
okay.
audio still made it make sense.
Can I tell you what I think?
Oh God.
Stupid. I didn't want to hear about a story. We just heard their stories last episode.
that was last week's
I don't care
challenge.
about her story. Her ears.
about
Who
her
gives a
eyeball
I don't care.
Damn.
I don't care.
I'm sorry, Dawn.
I don't care. I didn't know my voice could go that high. Next we have Akaria. And I don't know what the hell I'm watching. I
With
do
these
not
puppets.
care. This got me. This got me. This is a non-equity tour of Dreamgirls. I'm all about it.
I felt like I was on a trip. She's very beautiful in the beginning and all of that. I love seeing that Akaria energy. And then when the puppets hit, I was flabbergasted.
Look at those puppets.
There's something about them that's uncanny valley, but it's also like very early Walt Disney vibes.
You know what I would have been doing? I would have been looking at the puppets going, girl. Girl. Were you not at rehearsal?
my
like I
goodness.
said, I don't know if it's the sticks being silver that's
Which
catching
ones?
my eye.
There's about 10 of
There's
them.
about 10. I mean, maybe if those were like painted black or maybe blue, they would kind of blend in with the costume. I wouldn't be noticing that so much. I think puppets are lovely. For many, many years, I used to do Cher and had my own little Sunny puppet. I am just so impressed by anybody who can stand on stage with 2 puppets and keep a serious face. I'm living for it. Now it's time for Crystal Method and this snow person striptease. Now,
is.
I mean, look, I don't partake in edibles, but I feel watching this like I took one.
I feel like I took something stronger.
Like, what is going on?
Global warming.
We know, but it's like, wow.
You know, she did pull this somewhat from a reference. She's done a snow boogie version of this on some of her tours before, but not to this scale. So I think she already had a base and she was like, how can I take it there? Oh my God. Oh my God. And it prolapsed.
Speaking of prolapse, have you ever a snowman?
I haven't. I don't like being cold. Have you ever a snowman?
Moving on. Could you imagine? Can't come into work today, I got frost.
Frost. Oh my God. And was it crispy?
Done burnt my corn pipe. Okay, as you're watching a snow person dancing and you're like, okay, snow person's got tits dangling, feeling sexy, and then all of a sudden, a carrot.
And then it attaches to the front. Wow.
Yeah, the snow person's packing.
Wow. I don't think I have any words.
And now for the grand finale, Silky Nutmeg Ganache with this HBC step number. Carrie, tell me, what do you think of Miss Silky turning the party in leopard?
I love the energy.
Yes.
It's so vibrant. I love that even like her dancers, they're kind of coming into their own femininity. They're feeling the puss. And I love step. It's one of my favorite things to watch on like social media.
Oh, yeah.
Because the girls turn it.
They turn it, and
They turn it.
I just called it leopard, but it looks like it might be tiger.
A little tiger.
It might be tiger.
It could be leprosy.
Yeah, leprosy.
You know, a
Yeah.
little honey.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you just see how high she jumped in the air?
I did see that.
that-
I did. Yeah. Did
Come
you
on,
see?
Silky. Bitch, don't do it. Oh my God, I live.
Yes.
She's hitting it.
Now, I don't know if I'm in love with this number because it's different than what everybody else is doing, but I gotta say, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, is that I remember watching Silky on her original season, and I kind of was like, not a fan. Then I met Silky in real life, and I fell in love with her, and she's good people.
She
and
is.
each time she's gone back, what I have to say is that she's a fair competitor, she's very entertaining, and she knows her strengths. She came out, she had life, she had energy, and she really performed. And I know people are gonna say, you gotta admit, she gave something, honey.
She twirled.
She does. She's been turning some really great looks, and there's nothing better than to see the growth of a performer. I mean, I guess that's what All Stars is all about. It really is.
doctor.
Yeah,
A
kudos
reverend.
to you, Dr. Ganache.
Dr. Reverend Silky Nutmeg Ganache the third, honey.
Yeah. Now moving on, let's get into this runway category. It's Giving Crowned Queen. First up, it's Sam Starr.
I think it's so beautiful. I have one critique and then I have a bunch of compliments.
Okay, let's do it.
I want the girls to start listing another designer other than Schiaparelli and like Mugler when they go to make something that's like out of the box and very corseted and very
Sure.
structured.
Sure.
Because when you compare something that is made for stage to Schiaparelli, it just lands in a weird place for me.
Yeah, well, you're looking at drag runway compared to couture.
And sometimes they can go hand in hand,
Sure.
but in this case, I also feel like the reference would be more Robert Woon because he's known for using the handistry of it all. So that's I'm just like, not every single cute runway with a corset needs to be Schiaparelli.
I hear you. So let's get the compliments.
I love the attention to detail. I love the actual idea and structure of it all. I like the colors. I like that it's very true to her. The stars, the lassos, the southern energy. And I personally would wear a look very similar to this.
I think she looks gorgeous. I love the color choices. I'm not a fan of white fringe, but I think the way it's used here is great, and obviously that's her thing. The only thing I'm gonna be a little about is that, okay, we've seen a cowboy hat many times so far, and I know it's her thing, but I thought when she took the cowboy hat off, I liked the hairdo. I was like, oh, I wish I kind of would have seen that. All right, next up, we have Joey J. What do you think of Joey J's look?
Is that Joey? I thought that was Jasmine.
Very similar, though. Very similar.
It's very Jasmine-esque, but like, you know, let me give Joey her flowers. I think it's very beautiful. I love to see a girl giving pageantry, stone,
Yes.
rich.
Gorgeousness.
Very Erte,
That it is.
you know? So I love it, and I think she looks beautiful. Maybe it's a drag thing, and you know, people love to say that I'm not a drag queen. And I'm not.
No, you're more of a nuisance.
Correct.
Yeah.
A feminine one. And I just think that the necklace is a little bit much for me. Why do we need the titty bib cover necklace?
I have an issue with this. I think the editing is really non-existent when it comes to this. I get you have a gorgeous gown, and I get that you have the fake fur. I get it. But the necklace with the earrings hitting it, and then the sculptured wig, I don't know where to place my eyes. Independently, all the pieces are great.
Every single piece is a fabulous piece.
Together, it just seems like a mishmash of look. All right, and now we've got your sister, Jasmine
she is.
Kennedy.
I really love the shape. I love the concept. I love the colors. I love her. I love the titty. I love her hair. I love her. Something about all of it being together.
Is wrong.
I won't say it's wrong.
I will.
I'll just say that I don't know if it's the best choice.
What do you think it is? A lack of taste?
Well, she is from New Jersey.
Another piece of the puzzle. No, I think
I
think
don't
this
know.
gorgeous gown. I think the colors are refreshing to see color on the runway. I
Yes.
love the sea witch look. I think it looks gorgeous on her. I'm not a fan of the wig color. I think it's a little bit ashy for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it just, the hair seems kind of muddy for me, but it is a beautiful gown. All right, Kerri, moving right along. Next we have Dawn.
Wow.
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 This is an amazing look.
This is honestly what I watch Drag Race for. This is something that I just don't think anyone could come up with except her. It's so beautiful. I don't know how she put that in a suitcase.
What I love about
Gorgeous.
Dawn is she's got a look that she's committed to.
Yes.
She's polished. It's a lot like Crystal. I hate to say this because it's gonna sound kind of rotted, but it seems refreshing to see two people with distinctive styles because everybody now kind of wears the same. So this is like, what? I'd have never thought of that. And all the flowers underneath and the way the shaped out and the boob cut out and the headpiece, it's just exquisite to see on the runway. This was a beautifully done look, so kudos to Dawn. And I just love seeing a drag queen that's young, bringing drag.
Yeah. And I like to see that she's like a woman of extreme color.
Yes.
She's blue.
Yeah, live. Next we have Akira C. Davenport. What did you think of this Tina Burner special? Okay, now let's be real. Tina Burner has ruined these colors for us because no matter what, we think of it. But to be fair, Akira did a beautiful job of this dress. I love this dress. The silhouette, her body looks amazing. The skill set is there. The technique is gorgeous. I love all the feathers. I think it's exquisite. But here we go. I would take off the necklace. I think the necklace is fighting. I would like to see a little bit of skin up there, or
I
just
would want to
neck.
see more feathers.
Yeah, or that too.
You know, it's very Muglerian in a way, like vintage. It's so stunning.
Yes.
It almost reminds me of Emma Chamberlain's Met Gala look, which was one of my favorites.
It's beautiful. I just think the refinement, once again, the editing, maybe get rid of the necklace up here. I didn't like the big honking stones on the shoulder, but that's me being a picky.
I feel like all these looks are like 8s, 9s,
Completely.
almost 10s.
Completely.
And we're looking for America's Next Drag Superstar.
That's it. Is that what we're looking for?
I am.
Okay. Just got the memo. Next we have Crystal Method.
Wow.
Don't know what it is. Once again, don't know what it is, but I love it.
You never do with her, and I think that's what makes everything she does so enjoyable. She is a maximalist queen. Every time that she does a look, she takes every bit of material and finds a way to use it. And I just need to know where the she got that gigantic rhinestone. It's like this big.
It's huge. It's huge. The proportions are great. I think, once again, am I in love with it because it's different? Am I in love with it because it's her point of view? It's just so refreshing to see this type of gorgeousness on the runway.
Something different.
You never know what you're gonna get. And finally, we have Silky Nutmeg Ganache in this gorgeous antique gold gown. I think this gold against her skin is beautiful, and you know what? Her face card, exquisite. Yeah. Exquisite, exquisite.
The hair. I mean, this color, she needs to frame that, Pantone it. She needs to memorize it because this color combo, I think there's like a peacock AB stone mixed in with those deep kind of antiquated golds. It looks so good on her.
Beautiful.
She looks like a Orisha goddess.
She didn't add all the jewelry like she usually does. She didn't put on top of I think it's a gorgeous look on her. I really, really do. Silky, you surprising me, ho. You are surprising me. Ru has made some decisions, and Crystal Method is the top all-star of the week, winning her a cash tip of $10,000. Congratulations, Crystal. Did you see that coming?
I did. I think the prolapse is what pushed it over the edge.
Yeah, because it's Prolapse Awareness Month.
It is.
All right, I gotta ask you because she is your sister.
Okay.
Which is never a compliment when I throw the person on you. So I gotta ask you, you're the only person I can ask, what did you think of Jasmine's moment?
This is her.
Yeah.
She does this. For me, I like to see a diva that put her all into the challenge and is upset about it because she wanted that.
Yeah.
I would rather her be crashing out and crying and having a meltdown than being like satisfied because she thought she won.
Well, and I can understand being a little upset. I mean, this is probably the one time I can justify her being upset. But the crying bit, you know how I feel about crying.
It's her thing. It's her thing.
Well,
You just
before I
gotta let
say
her.
something horrible, I'm gonna move on.
At least she's not doing like a little dip while she does it.
Okay. We need to cut for a minute. Well, based on the rated queen, Kyria C. Davenport and Sam Starr are in the bottom 2. Sam and Kyria start lip syncing to Run the World, Girls by Beyonce. First of all, it's a great drag song. Now, what do you think about this performance going on right now?
Damn. I think Sam did a really great job, and I'm sure she learned the song, learned her movements, but there's just no one that's gonna bring that song to life quite like Kyria. Kyria, for all due respect, is Beyonce.
I say what's great about it is that this is the perfect example of seeing somebody who is doing a routine and somebody who embodies it.
Yes.
You know, and I don't know if it's the rage going in between her right now where Kyria's
I feel it.
You ain't gonna yank me out. But I'm living for it, and this is what I love about Drag Race. Now, this is no offense to Sam, because first of all, I didn't expect Sam to be in the bottom. Sam's holding their own, but I'm sorry. Kyria, come on.
Kyria she didn't even have to look at the lyrics of that song. She knew it in and out.
No.
And something about all that ass versus a couch cushion, it just doesn't compare. I want to see her do this song when she tours.
Oh, yes.
It's so good. It's almost like Shut Up and Drive level.
I mean, can you imagine it with like backup dancers and the whole thing?
Oh,
It'd be
bitch.
great. It'd be fierce. But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Well.
So Ru has made her decision and Kyria stays, which means it's the end of the All-Star road for Sam Starr.
That is sad.
Congratulations, Kyria.
Congratulations.
Well deserved, Sam Starr. We hate to see you go. I've enjoyed you as our little voice of reason in the room with a touch of shadiness, which I thoroughly enjoyed. What are your thoughts on this?
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I feel like you said it all.
Well, Ms. Colby, thank you for joining us right here in RuPaul's Garage for another episode of The Pit Stop. Now, before you go, do you want to take this opportunity to start any drama?
You know what? I will start some drama with my drag career because I'm now DJing and I want y'all to see me spin, bitch.
Okay, I was about to ask you if there's anything you'd like to plug. Tell the
Yes.
people, talk to your camera.
It's kind of like a new thing for me. I feel like I've always been very musically inclined with my sets. I like bringing songs to life and all that, but I was like, I need more.
Okay.
I need more time, more energy, more finesse.
Okay.
And I've been DJing and I loved it. I just did my first festival with Trixie.
And how'd that go?
It was so fabulous.
Brilliant.
We did Lightning in a Bottle.
And how can people find you to find out for your upcoming events, or if they'd like to book you for a wedding, bar mitzvah, funeral?
Everything you got. Is it kosher?
Is it?
Is it what?
Where can they find you?
They can find me at KerriColby, pretty much everywhere, and .com. And if you want to contact me, it's contact@KerriColby.com.
Ooh, that's the way you deliver the socials. Well, thank you all for joining me for another episode of The Pit Stop. I will see you next week for the grand finale. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. My guest and I happen to know a thing or two about a finale, and we're ready to discuss. Bye!
They have to do something.
When your face looks like empty wallets, you know what I mean? Like a nutsack with eyes. All right, great. Okay, back to the plot. Here we go.
Hey there, it's Michelle Visage. Do you say yay for gay? Well, then join me and subscribe to RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube channel.